What would you say if I told you that I created virtually this entire makeup look using one product, and it's from an indie brand? Would you believe me? Yeah, I don't blame you. I probably wouldn't either, so I guess I'm just gonna have to show you. Buckle up, because this new makeup product is coming in hot. Okay, so Blend Bunny Cosmetics just released 2 new products, and the first one being the brand new Forget Me Not Versatile Eye and Face Palette. Okay, so this palette opens up like this, which I think is pretty fun. This retails for $44. This features 16 versatile, beautiful shades, so you can pretty much almost do a full face with just this palette. For example, you can use some of these shades for your brows. You could use shades like this for bronzer. You could also use shades around this section for contour. The 4 beautiful shades down at the bottom you could use for a traditional highlighter. You could use it as a shimmer eyeshadow. You could brighten your under eyes with the white here at the top. You could use this beautiful baby pink here at the top for a blush moment. And realistically, you could use all of these shades for a beautiful eyeshadow look. This palette does come with a really good sized mirror. Additionally, we have 5 new brushes to add to the Blend Bunny Cosmetics brush set. This angled brush is definitely gonna be a great one to use for my nose contour. This small angled brush would be great for your brows or liner. This flat brush will be great for packing on shimmer. This medium dense brush would be great for eyeshadow. And this medium dense semi-fluffy brush would be great for blush or contour. This 5-piece brush set retails for $34. Now both the palette and the brushes are launching this Friday, August 18th at 10 a.m. PST on blendbunnycosmetics.com. And of course you can still use my affiliate code, which is Cody Jay, to save 10% off your order. Now that we have the technical stuff out of the way, let's put on some makeup. All right, so I'm gonna take this angled brush. I'm gonna go with the shade Here and Now, which is this beautiful brown. And I'm gonna use this to start filling in my brows. Now, lucky for me, I don't have a ton of sparse areas, which is definitely gonna make it a lot faster and easier to fill these bad boys in.
Okay.
Anywhere that I'm seeing those little gaps, I'm just gonna fill in with this shade. Okay, brows are done. They were pretty easy. I expected them to be. Next, we're gonna take the fluffy brush. I'm gonna dip into Anticipation, which is this beautiful warm tone right here. I'm gonna use this to start warming up my face. So I'm gonna tap this on first because I don't wanna over apply and I wanna be able to blend it out a bit easier. So I'm just tapping it into place around my cheekbone. I'm gonna start taking it up the side of my face. So it's definitely pigmented as soon as you stamp it on, but the beauty of this formula is it blends out very, very nicely. Okay, so this side, definitely some nice warmth. This side, sad. I'm gonna add a little bit more on my cheekbone just to warm it up a bit more, to bring a little bit more dimension to my face. But overall, I'm loving this glow, this warmth that it's bringing me. Like, it actually looks like I went outside. Like, look at that beautiful bronze compared to like nothing over here. Like, the other side is so sad, so cold, whereas over here it's nice and warm. Okay, so the bronze is there. There's no denying that. That looks absolutely beautiful. So I'm just gonna lightly stamp over it with whatever residual product is left on my beauty sponge from my foundation, just to make sure it's nice and even and blended and good to go. And it's good to go. Wow! Okay, so now I'm gonna take that dense angled brush and we're gonna use this for nose contour. So now I'm gonna use the shade Together. I'm just gonna run this down the sides of my nose. Again, contour is meant to emulate shadows to kind of give you that illusion that your nose is a bit more like, so I like to apply my nose contour a little bit heavier and then go out and blend it out. That way I still have that pigment, I have the structure without it looking like super harsh. So like, this is one of those like trust the process moments. And start buffing it out and I take the shadow down the side of my nose just a little bit. Look how fast that blended out. It gets rid of that harshness within like a second and a half. And then I always feather it up into my brow. And then again, I'll take my damp beauty sponge and kind of stamp over it just to make sure that everything is nice and blended. It's just personal preference. This is just my technique. You do you. She's looking cute. Okay, so I'm gonna take the brush that I use for bronzer. I'm just gonna like wipe off as much product off onto my arm as I can. That way it's like not loaded with anything. Yeah, that's clean enough. Now we're gonna dip into the beautiful pink at the top called A Moment. So I'm obviously gonna use this as a little pop of blush. I'm just gonna stamp this. Oh, that's pretty. Wow, that's actually much brighter than I thought it was gonna be. Okay. Wow, definitely gonna have to blend this out a little bit. I definitely thought I was gonna have to like work with this a lot more for it to show up, but it showed up right away. When in doubt, stamp over it with whatever's left on your beauty sponge and you'll be a-okay. Much better. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna spray my face with a little bit of setting spray just to lock everything in. So now I'm gonna take this fluffy brush that you could use this for eyeshadow, but I'm actually gonna use this for highlighter. And we're gonna go in with the shade of Butterflies down here at the bottom. Now this highlighter is not meant to be as glittery as the highlighter in the Noctilucent palette, if you have that. Whereas that one's very glittery. This one's just more of like a traditional highlighter. Very creamy though, which is nice. And then I apply it like that, and then I'm just gonna stamp over it with my finger just to make sure it's really natural. I like a natural highlight. She's cute, she's there, she's everything we need her to be. Okay, let's do some eyeshadow now.
Do it.
Okay, for eyeshadow, we're sticking with Blend Bunny brushes. I'm gonna go in with the B5 brush, and we're gonna use the shade Unforgettable first. So I'm gonna use this and start stamping this on my outer corner. Just build up the pigmentation as much as you'd like, and then kind of take it upwards towards your crease. Taking that same shade, I'm gonna put it on our inner corner. Again, take it up towards your crease. This does not have to be perfect. It doesn't matter if it looks a little messy, because we're gonna blend it out and we're gonna add another shadow, so don't worry. Taking another B5 brush, we're gonna dip into the shade Picture Perfect. And you're just gonna softly blend this around the outer edges, bringing that shadow up and out a little bit more. Make sure you take it on the inside of the lid. Again, does not have to be perfect yet. And then of course, do the same thing on the outer corner. If you're looking for a really quick, easy go-to eyeshadow style, I definitely recommend Halos. It's just the easiest, in my opinion, and it's just the easiest, especially if you're a beginner. All right, now with my finger, I'm gonna dip into the shade Magical, which is this beautiful golden shimmer here at the bottom. This is some 24 karat magic. What? And now we're just gonna stamp this on our lid. This is definitely blinding. Hello. Take it upwards towards your crease just a bit. And you can take it out on the sides as much as you'd like. I like to keep it kind of in the center, and I'll show you why in just a sec. So now we're gonna take that first shade on that first brush, which was called Unforgettable, and we're gonna stamp this over the edges just to make sure that there's no harsh line. We're gonna build that pigmentation up a little bit, kind of shape it a little, and create more of a gradient. Same thing on this side, just kind of stamp over it. Again, this does not have to be perfect. Is that not like so pretty, but also like so easy? Okay, real quick, let me finish the other eye, throw on some lashes, mascara, and liner, and I'll be right back to give you guys my final thoughts and show you the final look.
3 hours later.
Okay, I'm back, and here's the look all complete. What do you guys think? I'm actually quite impressed with this bad boy. Now that you guys have watched me create almost a full face with just one palette, let me give you my final thoughts. Starting off with packaging. I think this is so beautiful. Every palette that Blend Bunny Cosmetics has put out has been so unique, so beautiful, and so put together. You can always tell that there's so much thought put into each product when it's released, and I absolutely love that. Because a lot of times when brands put out products, especially when it's kind of like quick, it seems like they just kind of like toss them out there and there wasn't a lot of thought, whereas all Blend Bunny products definitely have a lot of thought. But this palette specifically, I think it's super fun how it opens up from the side. I think that's super cool. Again, 16 pan palette. These pan sizes are huge, so definitely you're getting like basically 32 regular sizes, but condensed into 16. Plus there's basically a full-size mirror inside, which is an extra bonus. Okay, let's talk about the formula specifically. Honestly, I have no complaints. I never have complaints when it comes to the formula of Blend Bunny shadows, just because they're always so pigmented, easy to work with, and honestly, more than anything, they're amazing for beginners. Let's talk about the variety of the shadows though. So of course, like I said, you have a white here at the top. You can use this to brighten your under eyes, brighten your inner corner of your eyes. You can use it to blend out lighter shadows. You have a beautiful baby pink here for a good blush moment. You have a lot of different taupe colors. You have different shades, both cool and warm tone for browns. So you can bronze, you can contour, you can bronzer, if you will. The black over here is beautiful. This is gonna be great for liner. You can use it for a smoky eyeshadow look, like I said. You can use it to deepen up any of the other shadows. And down here at the bottom, you have 4 different shimmers to choose from. Again, you can use these as a traditional highlight, or you can use them as a pop of brightness on your inner corner or a shimmer eyeshadow. I definitely do think that with the given colors, there's a lot of versatility, hence it being called a versatile eye and face palette. Again, the Forget Me Not palette retails for $44. Now let's quickly touch on the brushes. This is again a 5-piece brush set. I do love the variety in the brushes. Definitely, again, thought was put into which brushes were gonna be presented with this palette. So you have this brush right here, which is gonna be great for your blush, your bronzer, or your contour. The angled brush is gonna be great for brows. The more densely angled brush is gonna be great for nose contour. Flat brush will be great for packing on shimmer onto the lid. And the small, medium, dense brush is gonna be great for applying eyeshadow. You can also use this to blend out your nose contour, or you could even use this for a bit more of an intense highlight moment. This 5-piece brush set retails for $34. Overall, I'm very pleased with this palette. I think it's a really fun concept. I think it was executed flawlessly. I'm really excited for all of you to get your hands on it. And of course, the brushes are nice too. But just as one last friendly reminder, both the palette and the 5-piece brush set are available at blendbunnycosmetics.com this Friday, August 18th at 10 a.m. PST. And of course, you can still use code Cody Jay to save 10% off your order. I definitely am excited to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions down in the comments below, so please leave them. I always make sure I look through my comments. I respond to every single one of them. I definitely want to hear what your thoughts are, especially about this palette more than anything. One last look at it, because I do think it's something that's definitely unique. It's not something that's popping up all over the beauty community, so definitely want to hear your thoughts on this. Are you going to snag it up? And also, maybe if you're on the fence about it, like, what questions can I answer for you? But that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching today's review on this brand new Blend Bunny Cosmetics collection. I hope you enjoyed it, of course, and I will see you guys in the next one.